Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. We're picking up in the not-so-Firelink Shrine, I guess. Got some more poking around that I want to do here, but then I think we're going to probably end up heading outside pretty quickly. Yeah, so it does still have the same engravings on the back of the thrones. That's basically what I wanted to check out, was that nothing had changed here. Like, there's no sign of any of these guys in front of their thrones either, right? Huh. Okay. Well, let's head up and out then. Do a little bit of exploring around the backside of Firelink Shrine. So I was kind of thinking about what this is, the darkened Firelink. Obviously, Dark Souls is played with time travel and kind of alternate timelines a little bit. The kind of hand wave explanation for how the character is able to die and come back over and over again involves a lot of timey-wimey ball type stuff. And maybe that's what's happening here. Like, maybe we're seeing... there was a seed at it. Maybe we're seeing a version of reality where, like, there's an alternate timeline where... oh, this doesn't open. Huh. Okay, well, it's a little bit unexpected. I think you can actually make this jump. I don't know that I can make this jump, but I think it's possible to make this jump. So maybe we're seeing something like... Firelink Shrine had the flame not been relit. You know, Firelink Shrine in the Age of Dark instead of relinking the flame. Is that a possibility? Huh. And it's certainly very dark. But at the same time, we didn't... You know, we've seen other dark things, like, you know, we've traveled to the Abyss numerous times, right? I hear footsteps. Oh, yep, those are footsteps. Okay. Probably didn't actually need to fight this guy, but, you know, we'll take care of him. So, I don't think we've actually traveled, like, into the Abyss proper, mostly due to... Ooh, traded hits there. Mostly due to the fact that we just walked here, right? Like, all we really did was drop down a cliff, and then we were in an old graveyard, and then opened a door and we were here. The Chaos Blade, okay. We did not go through any kind of portal or anything like that that would generally symbolize entering the Abyss. Let's check out the Chaos Blade real quick. Scaling's very good. Yeah, it's an A in Dex. Okay. A cursed sword of unknown origin, bearing uncanny streaks on its blade. Attacks also damage its wielder. The sword is not unlike a thing misshapen, granted life, but never welcome in the world. In other words, chaos itself. Skill is hold. Holding stance to rapidly execute a lunging slash and deflecting parry. The same general katana stuff. Okay, so, it doesn't look like we can get in there. In which case, the only thing really here for us was the handmaid. Over Crestfallen Night. You know, with no bonfire, we haven't reset anything So I'm guessing the number of Black Knights we've encountered are just the number of Black Knights there are. Is it worthwhile for me to try to make a jump? I don't have the utmost faith in my own abilities to do that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've done some jumpy things in previous From titles. There's a Canehurst skip in me occasionally, but it's not without practice. Let's just go with that. So that should be everything in here, right? The only other area that's unexplored is up top. And right now, at least, the only way we would be getting up top is this little ledge, which I'm almost certain you can actually sequence break like in the main game before buying the key and do this, or so I've been told. I think this is going to be one of those things left to better men than I. Otherwise, I think we've covered everything inside, and that's basically it for this little diversion. We get the Chaos Blade, we get access to the Wolf Knight armor, and it seems to be about it. I do certainly feel like I might be missing something. But I don't know. I think for now we're going to leave behind the darkened Firelink Shrine. And let's actually just put that on. And now we can use that anytime we need to warp back to our Firelink Shrine. So that was our path taken by heading into the Consumed King's Garden. I believe after the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, we had kind of a crossroads there, and we'll instead want to be heading back to here. We'll instead want to be heading straight ahead instead of taking a left. Huh. If there is anything that I missed there, I'm sure someone will let me know, and maybe I'll come back and poke around a little bit more. One thing to keep in mind is these episodes are recorded like 4 or 5 episodes in advance, so it might be a few days before that diversion happens again. But yeah, that's all very, very curious. I wonder if, given some additional context, if that's not going to make more sense to me later in the game, or if it's supposed to just kind of be a little bit of a mind screw and WTF moment. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, so I believe those are the little healer guys we've seen before. And behind him is a... oh, yeah, Lothric. Oh, Red-Eyed Knight. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to take out Mr. Healer Man first. Because fighting other things while they're being healed back up seems a little pointless. And then pull you just a little bit out here. Oh, you're not going to come past the threshold? No, no. Yeah. And my apologies in the background if you can make out our noon whistle here. We're making sure all of our tornado sirens are in tip-top shape. Alright. And this is going to be the end of view. Oh. Unless I manage to swing right through them. There we go. Wow. That was some serious brute force effort to get the kill there. Large Titanite. Alright, alright. I can deal with that. Elevator over there. Okay. So, Crestfallen Night. We appear to be in some sort of tomb. I guess that would make sense. We did, you know, approach the statue of the beheading knight to get up here. Huh. Now, I talked to... we still got more of those statues around. Yeah. Now, I talked about the... Oh, it does not move, so it's a shortcut later. So we're going down. Okay. It talked about, on the princess ring, the... I hear something. I hear you. I hear you. It talked about the 3 pillars of, like, Lothric's... Not really Lothric's society. It was more like King Lothric's rule had 3 pillars. Like a holy order, the knights, which I'm basing on a couple of, like... Oh, hello. I did not see you come in. A couple of the Lothric Knight, like, armor pieces have dropped. I've got, you know, a couple of helmets lying around or something like that. They mentioned that the knights were one of the 3 pillars of Lothric's rule. Alright, and the princess ring... Maybe the healers were 2? Kind of leaving you with a knightly order and a cleric cast. And then what? There's the 3 pillars, but it I don't think I've seen the 3rd pillar yet. Speaking of Lothric armor pieces, yeah, the knight has served as one of the 3 pillars since ancient times and shares place alongside the wyverns as a symbol of Lothric. Okay. And thankfully, without your little knight guardians, not really all that much to deal with. Sorry, fellas. Interesting. It's just like bizarre set design. Table, 2 chairs, 2 candlesticks, 1 knocked over. Okay. More beheaded knights. Lots and lots of candles. Great. What do we have here? Oh, we have a bonfire here. Okay, I could live with that. I could definitely live with that. Can't just, like, pick that up, take it with us? No? No? It's not dissimilar to what we've got, but certainly another black blade. Alright. So we came in from that way. Oh. This is... just a shortcut back. Like, that's heading to the consumed garden. Okay. So, the only way forward is that way. I don't really even need to rest. I've got 11 Estus flasks. Let's just press forward for a moment. Oh, goody. Anybody else hear that? I'm not alone, right? Okay. And that's not a mimic. Hood of prayer, robe of prayer, skirt of prayer. Wearing something right over here. This looks really conspicuous, honestly. Kind of surprised. There's nothing hidden back there. We got some hoods, we got some robes, we got some skirts. Prince Lothric's hood. The prince, destined to be a Lord of Cinder, was cherished by the royal family. Despite being born into illness, a frail and shriveled child, his swaddling clothes were made of aged coarse cloth used in ancient prayer, and are all that he has ever worn. I'm a little unsure. Prince Lothric's robe. The prince, destined to be a Lord of Cinder, was cherished by the royal family despite being born into illness, a frail and shriveled child. Aged coarse cloth, all he's ever worn. Long skirt emulates those worn by... That's not right. Same description, effectively. So there's something I'm like a little unclear on, and that's whether or not Prince Lothric and Ocelot are the same person. And similarly, if King Lothric and... if King Lothric and Osiros are the same thing. Also, what is that? Huh. What is that reminding me of? Let me clear out... Oh, there's more of them. So, there's... Are those the wyverns, or the remnants of the wyverns? Wow, there's a lot of them. Okay. So, two things, really. Wow. Okay, there's a never-ending supply of them. Are these going to be enemies? They sort of remind me of the moonlight butterflies in the Crystal Caves from Dark Souls 1, just in the way that they're sort of floating in the air like that. That they give off this kind of we're lighter than air approach to flying. But also, okay, we'll get to that in a moment. Also, when facing Sulivan, he grew wings at one point. But those wings were those wings, right? Like, they looked like tree roots more than angel wings. Now, that's unexpected. I mean, it's one hell of an eclipse, right? Although... So I feel like there's two ways I can take that. One, that looks remarkably similar to just the dark sign, the sign of the undead. But I could also see interpreting it as... Oh, really? As... No, you don't. No, you don't. As the moon obscuring the sun. I don't know, though. The power plays of Gwendolyn, I feel like, may be a thing of the past. He seems like he has other concerns these days. In which case... Oh, hello. You just threw a hunter's charm at me, didn't you? That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice at all. In which case, the dark sign has literally risen into the sky and replaced the sun? Like, I don't know. Neither one of those options seems particularly bright and cheery. This is where I was hearing all those nasty sounds from. Were you the one making all those nasty sounds? I think so. You want us to come up there and play with you? Nope, you're gonna come down here and play with us. Okay. Yeah, fat little cherub. They've even got like little tiny wings. I don't imagine these guys get much flight time, but they're there nonetheless. Huh. Sort of remind me, this is very off topic, but I watched Deadpool the other day, and the scene in which the guy takes on, grabs like two sort of fireman axes and starts dual wielding them. I was thinking at the time, man, I wish there were some power stancing like hatchets in Dark Souls 3. Large Titanite Shard. But he had plenty more. Wielding 2, but he had like another 3 attached to his body. Huh. Interesting. Twinkling, and what were you guarding up there, my friend? Nothing? That's some attention to detail. The spot he was standing on is broken and worn. Huh. That seems weird. It seems real weird. There's nothing up here? Nothing. Nothing. Something. Okay. The Winged Knight's armor. I don't know, the wings in that painting look a little bit more functional than the ones our Winged Knight had. And a Sacred Bloom Shield. I will check those out in just a second. Make sure we're safe out here. And that just drops us back down. Okay, let's find out a little bit more about you, Winged Knight friend. Sacred Bloom Shield. A treasured antique of the Way of the White, known to some as the Sorcerer's Bane. A large blossom design that graces the shield is said to be a sacred flame. And the shield is blessed with high magic protection. It has spell parry. A spell parry was always one of those things that seemed better on paper than it ever worked out for me. Armor of the Winged Knights who swore themselves to the angels. Worship of the divine messengers was viewed as heresy in Lothric and unrecognized by any of the 3 pillars of rule. It is believed to be why Gertrude, the heavenly daughter, was imprisoned in the lofty cell of the Grand Archives. Okay. We just got like a whole bunch of plot dump. Or maybe none of it's relevant at all, but Gertrude, the heavenly daughter, believed in the divine messengers, the angels, and they were heretical, so she got locked up in the Grand Archives. Okay, let's not get hit by Hunter's Charms this time, shall we? Alright, they die in 2. Oh, hello, friend. Haven't seen one of you guys in a while. I remember you. You hit real hard, if I'm remembering correctly. So, let's remove some distractions, and then you and I can play. Oh boy, they do hit hard. It's no wonder with an axe like that, though. Yeah, just gonna be swinging that thing around. You're gonna put somebody's eye out. And enough of you. More Titanite Shard. Oh boy. Ooh, got even bigger axes. This time turned into halberds. Okay, maybe we can get your attention. Yeah, there you go. Farron Dart's not really much in the way of a damaging spell, but hey, it's good for saying hello. Alright, nice. I'm sure there's some way up there, but... Whoa, didn't realize that was going to drop me off. Got hit again. I could definitely see the Undead Hunter's Charm being a deadly combination against Halberd guy or against the giant battle axe guy. I like how they're interspersed with these lesser enemies as well. There's a real tendency to just sort of dismiss the Hunter's Charm. Like, oh, that's no big deal, I can't heal, I'm just fighting hollows, and then before you know it, you're fighting like one of these guys and he's doing half your health in a single hit. Is that a... Whoa, wait a second. No. There's got to be some way for me to get up there. But specifically from this side, I'm seeing someone's weapon, right? Just hanging out there? Huh. I need to come from over there somehow. Maybe from this way? Well, there's definitely a way up there. And there's definitely going to be something angry whenever I get there. Huh. I don't like how they don't let you see what that enemy is going to be. Really? Another bonfire. So soon. Have I still not used any Estus flasks in like 2 bonfires? That's how it feels. 28,000 souls. We could go grab a level, probably. Excuse me? Oh, goody. More dragons. Now let's poke around up here for a second. I keep saying that. Like, let's just see what's right past. Oh. Oh, good. Well, we're not safe here. Thought we were going to be far enough back. I was wrong. Wow. You both going to do that? Or was that a one-time show? No, not a one-time show. Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay. Well, I think the bridge is off limits, guys. That's the vibe I'm getting. The bouncers here are pretty serious about it. What's there? Is there no way for me to get over there? It doesn't seem like it. Oh. There's something. So what I need to do... I just drop off of the bridge? Is that the secret of the ooze? That I don't need to cross it, I just need to walk out onto it and roll off. Okay. Oh. A little hot. Hey, friend. I don't know why I'm doing this from like 3 feet away. But I don't think it mattered. He seemed to have some amazing sixth sense about when I was approaching. Oh, yes. Finally found an excuse to use some Estus flasks. Ow, that's not very nice of you. Oh. Just trying to hit people with shields when they try to get close. You're never gonna let anybody in that way. Oh, okay. Why am I doing this? Let's just do things the easy way. Alright. Large Titanite shards. Embers. Great lances. Okay. I think that is the way forward, is a drop. I'm not a huge fan of that idea, just due to the permanence of it. But it does seem like it's going to be what's in store for us. Tell you what, let's bound back to Firelink Shrine. And actually, before we do so, let's check something out real quick. I'm going to rant about this for a little while, so I just want to point out first. These are Lothric Knights, right? Traditional armor set, red capes. Now, we've also seen... hold on, oh, is this just another path? Oh, it was the path. So confused. Okay. The path. Red capes. We've also seen other knights in very similar armor, but with blue capes. But those are always identified as being Knights of the Cathedral of the Deep, whereas the Red Knights are Lothric Knights. Now, it makes sense for the Lothric Knights to be in the castle, and maybe to be dead in the castle if there was a large battle going on. Those drakes, for example, could probably kill and roast alive quite a few Lothric Knights. But the Cathedral Knights that are here, they make me question some things. For one, 36. There are a few times where we encounter the blue and red knights dead in the same area, but it's nothing like... What do I do with these, by the way? Maybe I need to talk to her. I certainly need to use that. Is that 5,000? That's 8,000. That'll be enough.
Welcome.
The areas in which they're dead,
Well, then
I can give her the eyes. In which they're dead in the same places. They're not dead by the hands of a drake. They're often lying dead with spears through them, presumably from the other side, by human hands. That leads me to conclude that, like, the blue knights and the red knights were fighting each other, and that the blue knights are the knights of the Cathedral of the Deep, whereas the red knights are the knights of Lothric. The similarity is in their armor leads me to kind of believe that, you know, maybe they were one and the same, or maybe knights were given to the cathedral, like as here you go, like here's some protectory people, something like that. But that later their doctrines split and they had opposing views. And I wonder, you know, what it is that caused that. You might think that the Mad King Osiris, the Consumed King, would be a good reason to oppose the rule of Lothric, but they almost seem to be defending him, the Cathedral Knights in this case. They were the only thing in between you and him, not the Knights of Lothric. And I wonder if maybe they weren't orchestrating that transition. Let's see what she has to say about these.
Ashen One, are these eyes? How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we firekeepers have been missing.
That's it? Really?
Ashen One, my thanks for the eyes thou'st given. But firekeepers are not meant to have eyes. It is forbidden. These will reveal through a sliver of light frightful images of betrayal. A world without fire. Ashen One, is this truly thy wish?
Oh. This feels like a decision that I might not be able to take back. Well, we did find them. A world of betrayal, a world without flame. That's what they allow a firekeeper to see. They allow a firekeeper to see the world without a linked flame? There's no going back.
Of course. I serve thee, and will do as thou bidst. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay thy path. Find lords to link the fire, and I will blindly tend to the flame until the day of thy grand betrayal.
Oh my.
Ashen One, forgive me if this soundeth strange. The eyes show a world without fire, a vast stretch of darkness. But 'tis different to what is seen when stripped of vision. In the far distance, I sense the presence of tiny flames, like precious embers, left to us by past lords, linkers of the fire. Could this be what draws me to this strangely enticing darkness? Ashen One, if thine heart should bend, kill me, and strip these eyes from my person. I will return as the firekeeper I once was, as it has always been. Ashen One, if kill me, I will as it has always. Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
So it seems there may be a way to reverse that decision by murdering the firekeeper, and she will return as she once was. Okay. Looks like the firekeeper and I have made a little bit of a solemn vow to, betray the world, extinguish the flame. Your usual Tuesday. Nothing new out of you, right? I mean, we would have had like Gundir's armor maybe show up. Like that would make sense. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case though. And we already did this. In which case, all that's left is a path forward. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here as just sort of a good stopping point more than anything else. Yeah, one thing I did want to check was actually the name of these bonfires. Lothric Castle and the Dragon Barracks. Okay. We'll head back to the Dragon Barracks next time. It looks like we're going to be taking a dive off of a flaming bridge and seeing what there is down below for us to investigate. Ooh, I also like the up at the top of the screen where like the little icon is for everything. Notice how it's clearly there, not an eclipse. It is the dark sign. It appears to be burning up around it, which is interesting. Lothric Castle, the dark sign hanging above it. Alright, I think things are starting to get interesting, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's more content on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos. And I will catch you guys next time.